These super thin markers will make your life more colorful. They have a square round shape, all held in a portable stand. The colors are vibrant and writes precisely. It uses a special water-resistant ink, so you could honestly replace all of your pens with these. Japanese pen cases just keep getting weirder. The Pakali pen case opens up to be a stand, so you can quickly access your pens and pencils. I really appreciate the design of how the pen case closes with the magnet. This pen case is pretty overkill because after you open the case and attach the flap to the magnet, you can slide down the inner holder to make it easier for you to pick your tools. It's honestly a pretty solid pen case, but would you pay extra for this? Let me know in the comments. Here are all of your essentials in one toolbox. You've got your ruler, utility knife, measuring tape, masking tape, stapler, SIM card pin, scissors, and some glue. All items are magnetically attached to the box, and even the toolbox itself is magnetically attached. This stationery kit was first sold in Japan in 1984 and it was a huge hit. They can either be extremely useful or useless. Which is it for you? Let me know in the comments. Don't you get excited when discovering new products? I guess that's why you're here to know more about these color markers. The lube markers are normal highlighters in a square shape to keep them in place and not rolling off your table. The Kubi markers are crayons marketed as highlighters. They're tiny and unique, but what do you think? Mixline can get you 2 lines at once, which are actually super useful. The Fudenosuke is a brush type marker, great for writing gift cards and creating illustrations. And finally, the Dot E pen gives you square dots to create pixel art. If you ever feel like having a small pet on your desk, the Mogu Mogu Zoo Cleaner will help you clean up your notebook and desk. These have a smooth, soft touch, but the only unfortunate thing is how they're not squishy. Definitely something the company can work on. Maybe you're not like me, carrying around millions of pens and pencils. This small pen case can strap around A5 and B6 size notebooks. The flap protects your precious pens and pencils and has just enough space for your daily needs. This item will change your lifestyle by carrying 2 erasable pens and 1 black pen. It's so difficult to find tools like these that are so specialized to an idea and design. I first thought this would be something Apple would make, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Here's another simple yet unique mechanical pencil you can show off to your friends. The auto conception can do 3 things. It can first turn itself into protection mode for better lead protection, or it can turn itself into precision mode where the pencil tip locks in place. And finally, the most unique part is how you can adjust the amount of lead for each click. You can also do this with other pencils, but I find this pencil the easiest to adjust. Here's some honorable mentions from Japan's Pen Case Awards for 2023. The Clear Soft Pen Case is a translucent pen case that has a less visible and a more visible side to them. We were able to put 8 pencils in the smaller one and over 30 in the larger one. Cheers is another translucent pen case that can quickly open up. It can fit around 15 pens and pencils, but I wouldn't say they're the most secure pen cases out there. And finally, Kept is a simple clear pen case that are popular among students in Japan due to the colors and simplicity. The pen case fits up to 25 pens and pencils, while the pouch fits over 30. Today is our lucky day for picking green from this pack of pencil lead. Colored pencils are usually softer and easier to break than normal black pencil leads, but because these use tiny bits of diamond, they write well and erase well. What's your favorite color? Let me know in the comments. Sometimes I stumble upon pens and pencils that are just magical, and the Bloom 3-in-1 is definitely one of them. Usually, multifunctional pens have their own separate click, but this pen has 1 click for 3 options. You click towards your preferred pen or pencil, and boom, you got your black ink, red ink, and your pencil. This mechanism allows for the pen to be way slimmer than other multifunctional pens. This insane mechanical pencil has features you've never seen before. If you didn't know, Kurutoga pencils have a motor in them to self-sharpen the pencil lead, and the Kurutoga Dive is the only pencil in the world to be able to self-sharpen and automatically put out lead. What's even more insane is how you can adjust the auto lead feature. The body's made of metal and the cap attaches with a magnet. It's hands down the most technologically advanced mechanical pencil in the world. Unfortunately, the company doesn't sell these anymore, but if you're really looking for one, hit me a DM and we can figure things out. This is an empty pen that forces you to suck your own ink. I'll be creating my own ink using this kit sold by the same company. There are recipes for different color inks, and for this video, I'll be creating a turquoise colored pen by adding 7 parts blue and 1 part yellow. After you suck around 70% of the cartridge, I put in the pen and waited around 5 minutes. Most of the tutorials for this kit suggest you to create a lot of ink, but I think it's not an efficient way to really enjoy this kit. I like to add a total of 16 drops of ink. So if the recipe suggests me a 7:1 ratio, I add 14 and 2 drops into my cup. Unlike other tutorials, this is the perfect amount to fill up 70 to 80% of the cartridge and doesn't require you to wipe off any excess ink. The pen itself writes pretty smoothly with a soft pen tip, and I think this kit is a great introduction to fountain pens and also allows you to repurpose old ink lying around your house. This pencil will make you feel like a beast. The Auto MS-01 is a metal mechanical pencil that weighs close to a whopping 28 grams, which is heavier than the graph gear or the rod ring or the pencil that I showed previously. You can adjust the amount of lead you want to put out for each click, and you can also adjust the height of the pencil tip. The company that makes these is a much smaller company than Tombow, Uni, or Pentel, but their focus on producing extremely high quality products really shows in this pencil. Would you try out this pencil? Let me know in the comments. The only problem with gel ink pens like the Muji pens is how fast they run out. So let me introduce you to the Sunstar Tank. They're non-refillable 0.5mm gel ink pens that last 5 times more than a standard gel ink pen. If you write a lot and don't mind the absence of a proper grip, this is your new daily pen. These are the 10 best gel ink pens based on how smooth they write, how fast the ink dries, and how good the grip are. The Zebra Sarasa R starts off the list in 10th place. These will get you really dark lines while drying quickly, and the 0.4mm version comes in 15 colors. The only true downside of these is the absence of ink refills. In 9th place ranks the Zebra Sarasa Dry. As the name suggests, these dry really quickly and are also the #1 recommended pens for left-handed people. In 8th place, the Uniball Signal RT1. The pen tip is rounder than other pens to provide a really smooth writing experience. They come in 0.28mm, 0.38mm, and 0.5mm. Personally, I love the sleek design, including the gold color letters that bring a premium look to them. In 7th place, the Energel In-Free. Just like other Energel pens, these are a bit thicker than the previous pens. All Energel pens have a really thin pen tip that allows you to write precisely. They're basically the standard Energel pens but feature a clear design. In 6th place, the Energel Philography. If you're looking for a premium pen and love Energel pens, choose this pen. The body is made of brass metal and are the heaviest pens from this list. The pen adopts a twisting mechanism to be professional and less noisy. In 5th place, the Energel Pen. If you've never heard or seen these pens, you've probably been living under a rock. These are the standard gel ink pens from Japan. It takes off all the metrics of a great pen and has a wide range from 0.3mm to 1mm. In 4th place, the Energel Euro. These are the smallest Energel pens, which make them easier to grip and handle. I sometimes do wish the cap stayed on the top, but I guess it defeats the point of using this pen. In 3rd place, the Kokuyo Mi pens. The ink is just as great as other gel ink pens from this list and feature a really cool unique design. The dented area really helps you with the grip, but I do need to mention that the ink bleeds through paper a little bit, which makes them not the best pens for writing on thin paper. In 2nd place, the Energel S. This is another iteration of the standard Energel pens, but the Energel S has a softer grip and are slightly lighter in weight, which makes them easier to handle and use for longer hours. And finally, the best gel ink ballpoint pen goes to the Energel Cap type. If you were expecting the G2, please go ahead and comment Cap. The ink is the same as other Energel pens, but gives a better writing experience thanks for it being shorter and less top heavy, allowing you to write long hours. They're slightly bigger than the Energel Euro, so the size shouldn't be too much of a problem even if you have larger hands. Honestly, you cannot go wrong with any of the pens from this list. They're absolutely great in their own way, and if you're interested, please check out our store. Thank you. These are the top 10 Japanese erasers. I'll be measuring the erasers based on 2 main metrics: how well and easy the erasers erase, and how well the eraser bits clump together. Starting out with the list, the Monotough are durable erasers great for heavy duty work. It both erases and clumps fairly well. The Resare Premium comes in 9th place. They're slightly better at clumping and they're easier to handle for everyday tasks. The Seed Radar follows in 8th place. This one doesn't erase as well as the 2, but clumps the eraser bits really well. In 7th place, the Arch Eraser. They erase as good as the first 2 on the list, but have even better clumpability, but not as much as the Seed Radar. In 6th place, the W Air In. This is a very similar eraser as the Arch, but has slightly better clumpability. In 5th place, the Pilot Clean Eraser. They erase as well as the previous erasers, but man do the eraser bits clump well together. In 4th place, the Pure Slim. Again, a very similar eraser to the previous one in terms of specs, but has slightly better erasability and slightly worse clumpability. The Monodust is identical as the Pure Slim. The shape is more useful for more scenarios, so it'll be standing in third place. In second place comes the Matomaru-kun. This eraser is the queen of clumping eraser bits. You wouldn't believe how many Japanese people swear by this eraser. And finally, in first place, the Mono Dust Catch. It tops in both erasability and clumpability. If you're looking for a great eraser in this form factor, choose this eraser. Please help me find a reason to use these double-headed highlighters and a mechanical pencil with two erasers. The Ninipi highlighters have a thinner marker next to the main highlighter, but they're not meant to be used at the same time. The thinner one has a darker color than the highlighter, so after you write with a thin marker, you can highlight your words. But why? The Charm mechanical pencil can switch to an eraser with a simple twist, but also has another eraser on the top. But why? The Japanese awards for 2023's best pen cases just came out, and here are the top 5 from the list. The Pilot Kiro has a smooth, gentle touch thanks to the material made of recycled sugi and hinoki wood. The pouch will fit around 10 to 15 pens, and the roll type will fit around 5 pens. In fourth place, the Kokuyo Peep pen case. These are designed to fit a small notebook and allows you to either show or hide your pens and pencils. There's a lot you can do with this pen case, and from our test, we fitted 10 pens in the inner pouch. In third place, the Sunstar Mesh Note. You can fit around 25 pens, and the extra dividers and pockets help you organize your tools. In second place, the Kokuyo End Storage. These seem like a simple, straightforward pen case, but wait until you open it up and turn it into picnic mode. You can store your pens diagonally, making it easier for you to pick your pens and pencils. And finally, the 2023 award for the best pen case goes to the King Jim Pozu. They have a flexible body to make them stand and choose a pose. The pen case itself can hold up to 15 pens, and they were made to cheer for you while you're working and studying. These are the top 10 Japanese notebooks based on quality and functionality. In 10th place, the Tsubame Cream Note. Gel ink pens write really well with these notebooks, and the papers have a slight yellow tint which makes them easier on your eyes. In 9th place, the Life Chauffeur. These also have yellow colored papers but gives the smoothest writing experience with mechanical pencils. In 8th place, the Kokuyo Campus Notebook. If you lived in Japan, chances are that you've seen or used these notebooks. They're overall great standard notebooks, but keep in mind that they don't do well with friction pens. In 7th place, the X Green Notebook. Green papers are also effective against reflection. Gel ink pens and friction pens write really well on these, but keep in mind that some highlighters may be less visible. In 6th place, the Nakabayashi Logical T-Line. These are popular for people who write a lot of shapes and graphs. Gridded lines are casually printed, and mechanical pencils write especially well on these notebooks. In 5th place, the Marumon Spiral Note. A durable, ring-type notebook that is basically compatible with any type of pen or pencil. And in 4th place, the Marumon Nemosen, which is basically the more premium version of the previous notebook. The overall quality is much higher with a different layout for the pages. In 3rd place, the Nakamura Notebook Easy on Eyes. This again is a notebook with green pages. They're even greener than the other notebook and are made in a way where the notebook will stay flat on most pages. In 2nd place, the Nakabayashi Logical Swing Note. A similar notebook as the T-Line but with dotted grid lines. They help you organize your writing to make your work look more balanced and clean. And finally, in 1st place, the Nippon Note Premium CD. These use the highest quality papers and are durable and has little to no bleed through. They work incredibly well with any type of pen or pencil, and just by flipping through the pages, this notebook just forces you to say, wow. This was a long list that I hope you enjoyed. Which notebook would you use from this list? Let me know in the comments. Never worry about clicking your pencil with the Arenz mechanical pencil. You click once, not twice. And if the lead is out like this, put it back. Trust me, you can start writing just like this, since the pencil automatically puts out lead while you're writing. Here I have the 0.2mm version, but because you only need to put out a tiny amount of lead, it prevents you from breaking the lead and lets you fully focus on your writing. Just as a side note, the Arenz Nero is the upgraded version, but it's like 5 times the price of the standard version, so check out the Arenz pencil if you just want to try out a cool pencil with an auto lead feature. These small, chubby gel ink pens are the reason why Uni is their favorite stationery brand. Their pens and pencils have a playful theme while maintaining a high build quality. The colors from the Uniball 1P are peach, coffee, orange, mint, soda, banana, yogurt, and grapes. All of them use black gel ink pens, which are super smooth and easy to write. 5 of them are 0.38mm and 3 of them are 0.5mm. Check out our store if you're interested. This pencil looks like from the future, but it's actually from 1987. It has a 4mm body in diameter and is made from brass metal. They're surprisingly easy to handle and can definitely be used for casual and professional use. Back in the 80s, this was a challenge for Tombow to create the thinnest pen and pencil. They're still available brand new today, and I think it deserves another big spotlight. If you're going to use mechanical pencils, you better use them with style. This is a metal case for your pencil lead, and it feels like you're using a lighter. Upgrade your pencil game by this one simple tool. I love introducing unique pens and pencils, and the Legno 2+1 is definitely a unique multifunctional pen. It's a really thick pen, but you get to do one thing that no other pens can do. You got the black pen and the red pen, but when you put out the mechanical pencil, you can put out the lead by clicking on the top. And that's it. Oh, and also the body is made of North American hard maple, but yeah, that's it, and I love it. This mechanical pencil forces you to sharpen your lead. The pencil uses a whopping 2mm lead and comes with a mini sharpener. You can only add one lead at a time, and it probably sounds like the most useless, most inefficient pencil in the world, but hear me out. Kitaboshi, the company that makes these pencils, is a family-run wooden pencil company since 1897. Because the demand for wooden pencils have fallen dramatically in the past couple decades, Kitaboshi wanted to find a new way to introduce the culture of using wooden pencils. So would you buy their effort? Let me know in the comments. The world's first 0.28mm oil-based ballpoint pen just got on steroids. It's cool to be able to use a really thin pen, but the Jetstream Edge 3 has 3 different 0.28mm pens in one pen. Unlike traditional multicolor pens, this pen rotates the 3 colors, which doesn't bend the ink and prevents from damaging the super thin, fragile pen. It does take some time getting used to this pen, and the ink actually runs out pretty quickly, but they're definitely worth a try. This pencil has a switch for Kurutoga mode and has an alpha gel grip. They come in 3 other colors with 0.3mm versions as well. I'll be opening the yellow one to explain some features. You might be wondering, why would you want to switch for Kurutoga mode? Well, the Kurutoga mechanic produces even, consistent lines, which are great for when you are rewriting your notes or want to write clean, precise lines. But because the lead is constantly rotating, it doesn't produce the smoothest writing experience. So if you're writing long hours or just want to jot down notes, I would recommend turning off the Kurutoga mode. The alpha gel grip is squishy to help you easily hold the pencil, but in most cases, you will probably just be squishing these instead of studying or paying attention. Japan constantly comes out with limited edition stationaries. This is the Twinu set from Uni, which includes 3 0.38mm pens, a 0.3mm Kurutoga pencil, and a pack of HB pencil lead, which is the equivalent of number 2 pencils. The pens use gel ink, so it writes smooth despite being pretty thin. The ink color comes in black, baked apple, and orange cocktail. We have a few of these left, so check out our store if you're interested. This is a metal pencil, not a wooden pencil. You can write 16 kilometers or 10 miles without ever sharpening these. Standard wooden pencils can actually last longer, but you'd always need a sharpener to maintain them. The pencil tip is made of graphite and metal and has a hardness equivalent to 2H or number 4 pencils. The body of the pencil is made of aluminum, and you can easily feel the density and quality. They're perfect for anyone who are looking for a unique writing utensil. These are the top 5 erasable ballpoint pens. Starting out with the basic friction pens. They're just normal pens with an erasable ink. Unlike normal erasers, the friction uses heat to make the ink disappear. They were first sold in Europe and became one of Pilot's best-selling pens. In 4th place, the Friction Ball 3 Metal. There are 3 colors of black, red, and blue equipped in this pen and uses metal parts across the body. And 3rd, the Friction Ball 3 Slim. Multicolor pens tend to be thick, but this one is slightly slimmer and easier to handle by using 0.38mm ballpoint pens. In 2nd, the Friction Ball 3 Biz. If you love friction pens, you need to check this pen out. They're not made just for the looks. Despite the slim body, it has 3 colors and of course an eraser hidden on the top. The pen is made of brass, and you can definitely feel the density and quality of this pen. Finally, in 1st place, the Friction Ball 3 Wood. It's a similar pen as the metal version, but you can enjoy the feel of wood and the matte finish of the top half. Obviously, Pilot's friction just dominates the erasable pen market, but which version would you choose? Let me know in the comments. These are the top 3 ballpoint pens for left-handed people. The Pilot Downforce uses a fast-drying oil-based ink, which is a must for any pens recommended for left-handed people. It has a very thick grip and has a mechanism for being able to write upside down. The Uni Power Tank is a similar pen, but are also great for heavy-duty work. It can write smoothly below freezing temperatures and has a spike ballpoint that can allow you to write on slippery slippery surfaces. But the best ballpoint pen for left-handed people has to go to the Zira Sarasa Dry. It uses a special water-based ink that makes it impossible for your hands and letters to get dirty. Check out our store if you're interested. This might be the ultimate mechanical pencil. The Orange Nero protects from pencil lead breaking and automatically puts out lead, so you would never need to click on the pencil. The body and grip is made of a mixture of metal and resin and has a quality feel and look. It is heavier than standard mechanical pencils, but since the center of gravity is towards the bottom, it does not feel like a heavy pencil when writing. There's a 0.2mm version of this pencil and it's incredible for both precise, professional work and for daily use. This mechanical pencil will make you feel like a beast. The Graph Gear 1000 is a metal mechanical pencil with these small bits of rubber. You can change the display for your lead and protect the pencil tip by clicking on the clip. The Graph Gear is a heavy pencil. It is twice as heavy as the standard Kurutoga, which definitely helps with the stability, but since the pencil is pretty long, it does feel a little top heavy. They're certainly not the quietest pencils, but are still loved by enthusiasts and professionals for precise works like drafting. This legendary mechanical pencil is now covered with metal. The Kurutoga pencils were revolutionary when they came out in 2008. The pencil lead rotates while you write and gives consistent, even lines. The upgraded version, Kurutoga Advanced, spins twice as fast as the previous version to produce even more consistency along with a more smooth writing experience. And now there is the Kurutoga Advanced Upgrade, a premium Kurutoga pencil made of metal parts. It works the same as the Advanced while having a lower center of gravity. The mechanism gets revealed when the metal grip is taken out. For all Kurutoga lovers out there, this is your ultimate mechanical pencil. Never get frustrated with broken pencil lead with this mechanical pencil. The Zebra Delgard not only has great lead protection for when the lead is out, but also when the lead is in. Pencil lead can get stuck internally, which can waste you a lot of time and cause a lot of frustration. Zebra took 5 years of development for this pencil, and now is the recommended mechanical pencil from the Japanese Parents and Teachers Association. The more you know. You can lock and unlock these mechanical pencils. The monograph has a feature where you can prevent from pencil lead coming out. Once unlocked, you can either click or shake to put out the lead. These pencils use mono erasers, which are much more reliable than eraser tips usually found on wooden and mechanical pencils. They constantly come out with limited editions, and here I have the powder blue color. These are top 5 highlighters from Japan. In 5th place, the NOC Handyline S. While most highlighters have caps that can be lost, you can use these with a simple click. In 4th place, the Optex Care. You just cannot go wrong with these highlighters. Great ink flow, great visibility, and smooth, stable writing experience. In 3rd place, the Mild Liner. Unlike traditional highlighters, these have more modern, calmer colors. They are easy on your eyes and might be helpful for your bullet journals. In 2nd place, the Just Fit Mojini line. The soft tip gives a smooth, stable writing experience, and the highlighting won't smear your words, especially for letters written on ballpoint pens. And finally, in 1st place, the Propus Window Quick Dry. You can see through the highlighter to make it easier to know where you're highlighting, and the ink dries quickly, which also makes these great highlighters for left-handed people. Which were your favorite highlighters? Let me know in the comments. How are Muji so good at designing products that perfectly reflect their brand? Here I have the wooden pencils, a pencil sharpener, and some erasers. I've used various types of stationery from various brands, but how's something so simple, so recognizable? Is it the labeling or what? Please, someone give me an answer. If you're a fan of any Muji product, you need to get these pens. These are the gel ink 0.5mm pens. They got the Muji aesthetics and write really smoothly. For those who didn't know, gel ink is a hybrid of water-based and oil-based ink. It gets both benefits of fast drying and water resistance, which means they're also good pens for left-handed people. You do need to keep in mind that gel ink tends to run out quickly, and the only downside of these Muji pens is the absence of a proper grip. They're not slippery, but I've seen reviews of people with sweaty hands who prefer other pens. So, this pen is the world's first 0.28mm ballpoint pen. You can get super thin lines and write tiny letters with ease. It has a really cool design overall and the metal grip feels nice. But please keep in mind that this pen is all about writing with the thinnest ballpoint pen. It doesn't have great ink flow, the ink runs out fast, and doesn't have the smoothest writing experience. But what can I say? It's a really cool, unique pen to appreciate the innovation from Mitsubishi. The Dr. Grip series is best for writing long hours. The grip and shape is designed to bring an easier writing experience, and you can simply shake the pencils to put out lead. Here we have the Dr. Grip Classic, G-Spec, and the Ace mechanical pencils. If you prefer a softer grip, go for the G-Spec. If you prefer a harder grip, choose the Ace. And the Classic stands in the middle. If you tend to put in a lot of strength, also go for the Ace. It has a mechanic that prevents from lead breaks. These are some honorable mentions from our top 10 mechanical pencil list. In no specific order, the Alpha Gel Switch. It has a switch for Kurutoga mode when you need consistent, even lines. And the Pilot Rex Grip, which is the standard of standard Japanese mechanical pencils. And lastly, the Zebra Delgard. Even 0.3mm feels super stable and consistent with these pencils. These are the top 10 mechanical pencils based on writability, grip, and lead protection. 5th place is the Kurutoga 0.5mm. In 4th place, the Pilot Opt 0.5mm. In 3rd place, the Uni Alpha Gel 0.5mm. In 2nd place, the Pilot Dr. Grip Classic 0.5mm. And finally, in 1st place, the Pilot Dr. Grip G-Spec 0.5mm. Follow for individual pencil reviews. These are the top 10 mechanical pencils based on writability, grip, and lead protection. Starting from 10th place, the Zebra Color Flight 0.5mm. In 9th place, the Stadler 92515 0.5mm. In 8th place, the Pento Smash 0.3mm. In 7th place, the Kurutoga Advance 0.5mm. In 6th place, the Pilot Dr. Grip Ace 0.5mm. Follow for part 2. This is the weirdest pencil sharpener from Japan. The Toga Return have all these gears for a reason. The pencil automatically pulls out when it's sharpened, so you would never over sharpen your pencils and make them last as long as possible. They also have a safety lock to prevent from any dirt to accidentally spill. So, will these Japanese pencils write in English? Probably not. No matter how hard I tried, I just could not finish the letter. If you have any advice, please let me know. Japanese pencils are confusing, because take a look at the Uni series. There's Uni, Uni Star, and High Uni. You might think that the Star and High Uni are higher grade than the Uni, but actually the Uni Star was released as a cheaper alternative to the Uni, and the High Uni is the highest grade amongst the Uni pencils, so the price and quality increases from the Uni Star, Uni, and High Uni. Don't buy these Japanese stationery. They're too convenient, having two sides. They're too annoying, having smells like peach and mint. With these round highlighters, your notebooks can get too decorative. So, these packs of pencils released in 1945 in Japan. They were first sold as an extremely high-end pencil that was used for editing film negatives. The packaging hasn't changed since the September of 1948, and it's a piece of history you can still go and purchase today. There's just something about using a tool that slows you down and makes you appreciate each moment of life.